Yeah, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we say Kalem Layah Bashim Shai Bashim Kakwadash. And the honest, the elders and apostles of great millstone who do rule and teach well. This is young brother Tazapanya checking in. I wanna go into a couple precepts. Lord willing, be edifying to those who elect. Alright, so the Syllogism of Solomon, chapter 17 and 1. I'm just gonna only go into the first verse because the rest is going into something else. Right, it's another topic for another day. What is Solomon 17 and 1? For great are thy judgments and cannot be expressed. Therefore, unnurtured souls have erred. Okay. Yes, the Lord's judgments are great, right? And we cannot fully understand the mind of the Most High, right? That's why, for the elders and apostles on down, they go into, we know 100% of the truth, right? We know 100% of the truth we need to know right now, right? There's certain things that, we got to wait and see on the other side, okay? Like you got Jake in these other parts of the world. World War III is going to pop off. America's going to be totally destroyed. Don't even worry about that, right? That's a surety, okay? But these Jakes in these other parts of the world, right, that took the MOTB, what are we going to do with them, right? That's the question. Are we just going to, because the scriptures talk about, these heathen going to bring our sons from afar, right? And so on and so forth. And the ones that want to get with the program, right, they go, we'll take them in, right? Look at the new bodies and so on and so forth. But what about, the ones that take the MOTB? Are we can put them to death? Who knows? All right, so we'll just get a couple precepts on that. Isaiah 55 and 6, seek ye the Lord while he may be found, call ye upon him while he is near, right? And this is the time to call ye upon the Lord, for the famine of the word comes, and the Lord removes his men from the street corners, right? And when I say his men, I'm talking about, the elders and the apostles, on down to different brothers of great millstone, as well as, those that teach the same doctrine. Brothers out there teach the same exact doctrine, with no diversions or mix-ups or nothing. Teaching the exact same thing. Okay? So, that's where you seek the Lord. Alright? Alright? Let the wicked forsake his way, and the righteous man his thoughts, and let him return to the Lord, and he'll have mercy upon him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. Right? Esau is the border of wickedness, but this ain't talking about Edomites, right? Because Edomite wouldn't forsake his way, and Edomites have no part of this thing anyway, right? And that was it's a big topic right now, because these different camps out here, they're starting to bend and trying to switch up the doctrine on some madness, all right? Trying to get some money, all right? They going off though, right? Isaiah 14, was it? Even I, the Lord, chosen you, Jacob, chosen you, Israel, by name. Roughly paraphrasing, you can look that one up. And then the same precept, the Lord says, thou art mine. I've called thee Jacob, thou art mine. Okay. Was Isaiah, those Psalm like 147, right? Like towards the end. Let's just go get that one, and let that one be like our only one that goes into this topic. Wow, that's wild. I can't believe I put in Isaiah. Yeah, I'm definitely tired. So Isaiah, Psalm 147 and 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, establishes the judgments unto Israel. All right, and that's what he's done. All right, a law, judgments, everything is for us. Okay, judgment, justice, right? Ordinance, orders, rectitude, attributes, right, privilege, due, all right? Absolutely, all right? And he's going to give us justice, right? Of what these heathens have done to us. But, also, you got, what was it? Yeah, Yahweh Mashapat, place of Yahweh's judgment, it's pretty much what it is. He shows judgments to Israel, right? For these nations that they done unto us, man. They're gonna get judged. Okay? Like we got judged. Right? We went off as a nation and we got judged. But these nations, right, they forward affliction. They went overboard, especially talking about so called white man. The shit he's done is horrible. Performing surgery on our people and doing all kinds of different fucked up things, man. Putting a bag over a man's head, and having him pop his mother and all kinds of wicked stuff. Right? He have not dealt so with any nation, and as for judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. Okay, so no other nation knows the Lord. All right, don't worry about the other nations, man. All right, they're not all gonna die when what they pop off because we need slaves. So we're gonna take the nations to be our slaves. Okay, so this is Isaiah 55:7. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the righteous man his thoughts. Let him return to the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. Absolutely, right? And that's what we push out on the highways and byways. Isaiah 58:1. Cry aloud, spare not, show my people their transgressions. Okay, and that's what we do on the highways and byways every time. All right, you know, uh, warn them, hey, get right, because these times are coming real soon when the family of the word had Amos 8 hit, and brothers are pulled off the internet. Okay, you're not gonna be able to have the same liberty. Right, the doors of mercy are gonna be closed. Okay, I'm thinking of something like even with YouTube now, right? Eventually, we'll see how it's gonna play out, but eventually it's gonna have some way tied to the MLTB. But even now, I've noticed with with this channel that I'm using now, they are like having you verify your age with ID. But I know I've verified my age already. I think I linked it up with another email. I don't know why you keep asking me. And I just close off of it. I can still upload stuff, and I can still upload stuff past the 10-minute limit. So I don't know. It seems like if you have YouTube channels that are grandfathered in, like I checked in other channels, it doesn't pop up, but it pops up on here for some reason. So maybe they do something with that, link it to the MLTB. But it's unfolding, right? Prophecy is speaking. It's coming, right? For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord, right? And when Jacob's trouble and this martial law pops off, right, Lord is not gonna have us out there anyway, right? It's gonna come a time, where it's just, we're just not gonna be out here pushing the truth no more, right? You tell me it'd be riots and all kinds of race wars and people dying in the street, and you expect us to be out there? Nah. Right. So, right, verse 8, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither your ways my ways, saith the Lord. Okay, so the Lord's thoughts are above us. Alright. That's pretty much the point. Alright, so Wisdom of Solomon 17:1, for great thy judgments can't be expressed, therefore nurtured souls have erred. Right? And how do you get nurtured? You get nurtured by coming up the right way, right? Under the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, right? And on down. Okay? That's how you get nurtured, right? Following this truth, right? And, obeying the orders, of our elders, leaders, right? That's how you get nurtured, right? Followers of the camps, you're not gonna get nurtured. This is the book of Isaiah 28:9. Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Thou that wean from the milk and drawn from the breast, right? And that's talking about the scriptures, the milk and the breast, Okay, there's levels. Okay, so yeah, that's how you get nurtured and the nourishment, right, from these precepts, right? But you're gonna learn these precepts by what, right? Coming under the order, right? Learning, watching the videos. If it's in your spirit, find a brother near you who's out there in the highways and byways and go learn. Take notes and whatever. Not saying it in a light way, but take notes and you know, follow the order. And then it's in your spirit. If you don't got brothers near you, it's in your spirit to go out there. Go out there. Of course, with time. And after much studying, much learning. Okay. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little, right? And that's how you break down the scriptures. Notice, right? That's how that's how brothers do it, man. Right? That's the only way you can understand these scriptures. Right? Like to fully understand Genesis, you gotta jump into, what was it, a precept like 2 Peter, 1 Peter, 1,000 years is one day. You gotta jump into that one also. And I think 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter, standing in the water and out of the water. John 1. You gotta jump. You gotta move around a lot. You can't just stick in the same like chapter. You gotta like link scriptures with other scriptures, right? Right, all through the Rakakwadash, right? For stammering lips and the spoon tongue we speak to his people, right? English, sometimes Spanish, right? Stammering, also foreigner, right? So yeah, verse 12. To whom he said, "This is the rest wherewith you may cause the weary to rest, and this is the refreshing, yet they would not hear it," right? And that's what this is. The scriptures are the rest. This is how you rest, right? There's no rest in this other stuff, where there's stuff in the world, and I don't know, try to do whatever the hell Jake want to do, rap, or be like a fucking streamer or something. I don't know what Jake tries to do these days. I know rapping, they like to do athletics, Jake, and all that dumb shit. Try to be a fucking what do you call it? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's all Jake stuff, being all this stuff and trying to be next big superstar, in a society that's crumbling, All right, so I'm gonna let that be that. Lord unified, and that's a shalom.